Hello everybody, KILER Davenport here, back with you from the Great Northwest. Beautiful sunny day here in the valley. Still got some snow in the mountains and the surrounding areas, and we are on Skype.com today, live on TalkShoe.com. The show is In Depth. Back with you again, man. It feels good to be back on the air. I'm happy. Producers are happy. The team is happy. We're making a lot of headway up here. Things are changing drastically up here. We're starting to get some assistance. We're starting to get some volunteers. We're starting to move ahead with our programs and our missions and our events and our special events, and it's just really great. My pessimism tells me that something terrible is coming around the curve, though. That's probably with all of you too. When all these things start going really good, you're always expecting something, maybe a curveball to hit. I wanted to come on the air today and talk about, talk a little bit about advanced human communications, which is something that we have been getting a lot of requests for. People seem to be very curious as to why the world is changing as rapidly as it is, going downhill as fast as it is, and things do not seem to be getting any better at all, and nobody seems to be able to come up with a reason. Everybody has ideas about, you know, it might be a religious thing, it might be an economic thing, it might be an administrative thing, it might be that we need to elect a new Congress, a new House, a new president, whatever. And as I said on my Facebook page today, it's not about the electoral process, it's about the mathematics. The mathematics will not change no matter who comes in to be the president, no matter how many new congressmen we elect or how many new House of Representatives we elect. The mathematics do not change. It's always going to stay the same. It's always going to benefit the elite. It's always going to benefit the rich and the powerful, the corporations. The United States of America Corporation moves on, lives on, and breathes, and is very powerful, and will continue to get more and more powerful as the days go by. Where do I even start with human communications? What gets me so interested in human communications and sociology is the fact that I see so many new age things being posted on the net. We talked about this the other night, about people talking about love will save the world. Love will save the world. Love has not saved the world yet, nor will it ever. Love might be beneficial to all of us. Love might be a touchy-feely thing to all of us, but most people do not even understand the concept or definition of love. They have no idea what real love, which might be called agape love, is. So many people are missing the boat when it comes to human communication. Most people just talk and make noise. Most people, when they open their mouth, they're just making noise. They're not really getting the full gist and the full breadth and the full width and the full depth of what is transpiring, what is taking place in their mind when these sounds come out, when these sounds are generated, when these sounds are developed in the brain, in the hologram. What's happening when these sounds come out? Someone else in the immediate environment has to be able to interpret these sounds, has to be able to place this information in their hologram and bring this information in through their senses, their sight, their hearing, their smell, their touch, their taste. All of these complex systems are operating, hopefully at full speed, but even at that juncture, we still have to realize that we define things through our experience. We define things through our reflection of the world and how we perceive the world and how we think about the world. We define things, and we make up concepts, and we make up hypotheses and theories even based on our experience of the world and how we grew up, where we grew up, and how much money we had when we grew up, how much our parents had, what type of people we ran around with, the input of our relatives and our peers and our neighborhood and our communities and our school and our education. All of these things play a tremendous part in the way you think today, the way you respond or react or interact with your environment today. So I wanted to come on today and really drill this into the audience's head, the importance of communication, the importance of understanding, of thinking about thinking, and of taking a new look at yourself in the reflection of the world, the manifestation of the world, the manifestation of existence, the manifestation of consciousness and persona, of individuality, of self, of the me, the I, the us, the we concept. What does all of that mean? How does that play a part in our everyday existence? And what seems to be the problem with all of the division that's taking place in this country, in our communities, in our homes, in our families, in our education system, in our healthcare system? We seem to have a battle going on, if you will, between the haves and the have-nots, between those with knowledge and those without knowledge, between those with education and those without education, those with wisdom and those with a lack of wisdom. All of these things are very, very important to your survival. To understand what I'm talking about is most important to your survival. You need to become more aware of your lack of awareness, if you will. For one to become aware and more awake, one needs to realize that they are not as aware and awake as one might think they are. Some people are stuck on dumb, as I say. They're stuck on stupid, as I say. They're dumb as a box of rocks, as I say. There are a lot of people out there that are dumb as a box of rocks. A lot of my audience doesn't like for me to say that. They think it's offensive, and it's a bad thing, and it's a negative thing, and it's a pessimistic thing. But it's also a very true statement. Our schools are not teaching our kids how to listen. Our schools are not teaching our kids the importance of community, the importance of family, the importance of being spiritually grounded into a culture, a religion, a thought process that allows for consensus and community growth. So many things are not going on. We're passing up so many of the most important concepts in life that's affecting our liberty. Did you hear me? We're doing so many things in the wrong way. We're making so many wrong decisions, so many wrong choices based on bad experience, based on negative programming, based on the lies that one is told from the time they are born to the time they're old enough to take care of themselves or to go out into the world and live. There's so many things going on the internet. There's so much information, there's so much education, there's so much training. There's so many wonderful things going on the internet right now, but the problem is there's too many things out there. You're inundated with all of this information. You're bombarded with all of this information, and it's very hard to decipher and discern what is good and what is bad, what is right and what is wrong, what is useful, what is not useful. So there we have another problem. What group of people are out there gatekeeping? What group of people are out there becoming the guardians of the wisdom, the guardians of information? There's not anyone out there that you can really trust to guide you in the right direction, to lead you down the right path, to knowledge, to wisdom. Many of you say, oh, the Bible will do that, and that's true. The Bible can and will do that, and is doing that in many cases. The Bible is also being used as a tool for people to get rich. The Bible is being used as a tool for people to be manipulative and coercive with other human beings, with other individuals. And so we need to be very discerning and very intuitive. Look those two words up if you really don't know the essence of what they mean. Look those two words up, intuitive and discerning, to be able to decipher and decide what parts of all of this wisdom that we want to take and use in our own lives to be able to grow, to be able to prosper, to be able to move forward, to be able to progress in a way that will help not only ourselves but others around us. It's so important to get the right information for your life. It's so important for you to feel comfortable and you to be happy and you to be fulfilled in your own life. So many people today feel unfulfilled. So many people today feel lost. So many people today feel alone and afraid. And there's no need for this, folks. We need to reach out to those people, those of us who are enlightened, those of us who are awake, those of us who have time to reach out and take the other's hand and pull them up and lift them up into awareness and into love, if you will, and into discernment and intuitiveness and fellowship and unity and balance. Many people have said, Kyler, oh, those things sound so corny, so corny. They've been used and overused, and yes, they have. The word love has been used so many times and in so many ways. So many people have forgotten its true meaning, its true essence, if you can even find the essence of anything today. So many people have just used that word and overused that word and abused that word to death. So I think we all need to take a step back and say, what does love mean, and how should I incorporate this word into my life? How should I incorporate this thought, if you will, into my life, this philosophy into my life? Does it have meaning at all? And if so, what meaning does it have, and how much meaning does it have to me? Do I really love other people, and do other people really love me? And how do I know when that happens? How does it smell? How does it feel? How does it look? How does it affect me when that love is coming forth and being manifested in our lives? It's a hurry up, me world, man. It's a selfish world that we live in. It's a dog eat dog, shark eat shark. The big ones eating the little ones, the haves and the have-nots. We can dwell on this kind of thing. We can spend too much time worrying about the negative and not coming forth with any solutions. And that's what I wanted to come on the air today and talk about. Many people have accused me of griping and being bad and angry and mean and talking about all the negative things in the world and not giving any solutions. And all I can say to that is, read me, read me, read me. Go look at DestinyRadioNetwork.com. Go look at UnitedCaregiversOfAmerica.org. Go read my poetry, go read my articles, go listen to my shows, and you will see that I do have solutions, and I do propose solutions, many solutions, hundreds and hundreds of solutions to the problems that we identify here on the shows. It's up to you to participate in this public radio program. It's up to you to participate in these community activities and programs that will make our lives better, all of our lives better. It's up to you to quit complaining and get off Facebook for a while. I've told everybody, stop posting things on Facebook. Stop posting things on Facebook that you're not going to be able to do, that you're not going to be able to participate in. If you're going to post something on Facebook, follow up with an email, follow up with a letter, follow up with a phone call, follow up with a visit, and go do something about the problem that you posted. If it's music, well, that's fine. Post music. If it's something to do with government, make a phone call to your House of Representatives or your Congress, your local congressperson, and say, hey, look, I've been posting this thing here for the last 6 or 7 weeks, and now I'm wanting to get involved. I'm wanting to tell you my feelings on it. How many of you do that? Not very many at all. Not very many at all. When you make these posts, they scroll away, they scroll away, and they scroll away, and they're gone, they're invisible, they're worthless, they're useless, and it doesn't change a thing. It's like a four-wheel drive vehicle that costs $25,000 sitting in the mud just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. It's not going anywhere. $25,000 worth of something doing absolutely nothing. And that's you if you're sitting around on Facebook hitting the like button, ranting and raving and posting all of these different things concerning Monsanto or the Vatican or the Congress or the House of Representatives or whatever, the economic situation, Israel, Palestine, Syria, Jordan, Iran, Mogadishu, Sudan, whatever the case may be, whatever the subject may be, if you're not physically getting involved, if you're not physically working with people to make a difference in those areas of posting, then you're worthless. You're worthless. Your efforts are worthless and wasted. So, get involved. Get involved. Get involved. No one is going to fault you if you make a mistake. No one is going to fault you if you fail. Doing something and failing is better than doing nothing at all. So, you know, make these changes in your life. Like I said, you have to get physically involved to expect results. You can't expect results unless you believe, unless you have faith in what you believe in, and unless you believe it will be done. We always say here at the station, whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, and enthusiastically act upon will definitely come to pass, folks. As I look at you in the camera, say it with me. Whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, and enthusiastically act upon will come to pass. You have to act in order to expect results. You have to step out in faith and make it work. You have to step out with other people of like mind and make it work. You have to believe that it's going to come to pass. You have to act on your thoughts and your imagination and your concept of what you think should happen in certain areas of our lives. All of this show today has been about communication, not just talking to hear yourself rattle and watch your bottom jaw move, but actually communicating something that is worthwhile, that other people want to not only listen to, but other people hopefully will interact with. Not react to, but could be. Not respond to, but could be. But interact with and make something happen out of that moment, out of that meeting of the minds. So many of us just waste time. All day long, all week long, all month long, all year long. I can promise you that there are hundreds of millions of hours being wasted doing absolutely nothing in this country. I was talking yesterday about sending our boys and girls overseas to fight for this United States of America corporation. We're sending them over there as pawns to be killed and to be maimed and to be murdered and to be tortured and to be imprisoned for nothing. For nothing. This is not about war. This is not about terrorism. This is about money and profit and power and oil and resources and diamonds and gold and silver. It's not about war. We could have taken special forces over there and wiped this thing out with Al-Qaeda or whatever it is, wherever it is in Pakistan. We could have taken special forces over there, Delta Force over there, the President's special group, and we could have wiped these little cells out with Al-Qaeda. We didn't need to send 40,000 soldiers over there or 50,000 soldiers over there. We don't need to do that. We're over there invading a lot of innocent people. We're over there killing a lot of innocent people. We're over there destroying a lot of innocent people's land and culture and way of life, when in fact we do not need to do that. Now, this is communication I'm talking about. Mainstream media is another problem that we have. You need to learn not to look at the mainstream media, not to follow the mainstream media, and surely do not believe anything you hear on the mainstream media. If you're going to look at some media, you might choose National Public Radio, you might choose Oregon Public Radio, you might choose New York Public Radio, you might choose local community access in your town, if they have a community access station in your town. You might even choose shortwave radio, you might even choose ham radio, you might definitely choose the internet. The internet's the place to go for news. You just have to be able to be discerning. We're back to that word again, discerning, to be able to know where to go, what websites to go to, what's legitimate and what's not legitimate. That's up to you and the other people in your circle to be able to figure out what's good, what's bad, what's indifferent. You have to use your head for a change. We all have to use our heads for a change. I said for a change. We haven't been using our heads. If we'd been using our heads, none of these things that we're facing today would be happening. We wouldn't be in the Middle East. We wouldn't be looking at Iran as a potential nuclear threat. We wouldn't have went to Vietnam. We probably wouldn't even have had World War II. Maybe not even a civil war. The War of 1812. We may not have had any of these wars, but we don't use our head for anything but a hat rack. And we've got to understand that this world today is all about amassing profits. amassing profits and gaining power and overthrowing countries and overthrowing people and making people submissive to the cause of government, to the cause of corporations. Corporations run this country, corporations run the world, and corporations control our Congress and our House and our judicial today. Corporations are in control of the world. Now, the Bible said this would happen. Many other books, the Quran said this would happen and is happening. The Kabbalah talks about this. The Torah talks about this. Many of the other books of the great prophets and philosophers and scientists and speakers and teachers and PhDs in communications and media, and you know, we're talking all the way back to Nietzsche, Aristotle, Socrates, and on and on and on have talked about this and continue to talk about this, but people's ears are closed, their eyes are closed, and they're not getting it. People are just not getting it. That's the problem. That's the key right here. People are not acting on their fears. They're not acting on their fear. If you're afraid, you need to first of all figure out what it is I'm afraid of. What am I afraid of? Am I afraid to face that monster? It might be a lack of wisdom. It might be a lack of knowledge. It might be a lack of education. It might be a lack of involvement in the things that you've already been afraid of or always been afraid of, like nuclear war or Monsanto poisoning all of our food, controlling the world's food populations. It might be vaccines that our children are taking and adults are taking. It might be big pharma. Whatever your fear is, you need to face that fear. You need to discuss that fear. You need to bring that fear out in the open and stomp on it a little bit. Get in touch with it. Don't be afraid of it. It's going to take all of us to make these changes, but not many of you are going to get this. Not many of you are going to listen to what I'm saying, and those of you that do listen, most of you will not understand what I'm saying. You'll be in denial of what I'm saying, and you will completely turn this off at some point. Even after the show's over, if you listen to it, you're going to turn it off in your brain. You're going to say, boy, that was a great show. You're going to hit the like button, and you're going to make a comment, and you're going to forget all about it. You're not going to act on my words. You're not going to act on what I've said. The Bible says, two of you come together in my name. What? All things are possible. Anything is possible. Those of you with the faith of a mustard seed could move mountains. Say to that mountain, move, and it shall move. How many of you have that kind of faith in yourself, in your lives, in your God, in your community, in your family? How many of you have just given up? How many of you have just given up and thrown in the towel and said, I don't really care what happens. I'm just going to let it go, and wherever she stops, nobody knows. Many of you have done that. Many of you have done that. And many of you pretend to be involved. Many of you pretend to be interested. Many of you pretend to be educated and informed. But you're not. You're not informed. You're not educated. You're basing your opinions on the lies that you have been told, the propaganda that's been handed to you. You're basing your information on the mainstream media that's being delivered to you via television, internet, iPod, Android, whatever electronic device that you're using to get your information, to receive your information via your senses. You can't trust it. You can't even trust me. You can't even trust this network. You can't trust anyone. You cannot trust anyone. You have to go on your own intuition, your own discernment, and your own ability to decipher what is right and what is wrong for you. Everybody's out to get something. Even public radio is out to get donations, and that's good because we live on donations. We don't have money flowing in here, falling out of the sky magically. We have to go out and earn it, and so far we've spent what little money we've had on this station ourselves. We go out and beg and borrow that money, and we get it any way we can. Because short of being illegal, short of being a pirate, we get it any way we can, because we have to keep operating. We have to keep getting the information out to you. We have to try to give you the free voice We have to give you the opportunity to speak up and speak out on these airwaves. That's what this radio station is about, and so far none of you have got it. None of you have got it. None of you. True public radio should be the essence of the people, the voice of the people, the feet of the people, if you will. You should be involved in this radio station. You should be involved in all of our missions and all of our ministries. You should be up here volunteering as interns to learn to be producers and directors, field reporters. You should be producers in your own states, in your own countries for us right here at the radio station, but you don't. That's perplexing. It's almost incomprehensible why you haven't taken us up on this opportunity. We didn't corner the market on public radio. We didn't corner the market on media or communications, digital communications or any other kind of communications. We need help. This is a team effort. We need some servant leaders who understand what I'm saying and understand the potential of people. The potential of people. People potential. Equal power. Equal wisdom, equal knowledge, equal experience, equal forward movement. So you need to get involved. You need to get involved with your families. You need to get involved in your communities. You need to get involved in your schools. And you need to stop being afraid of Big Brother. You need to stop being afraid of the government. You are the government. You are the people. We, the people of the United States of America, in order to form a more perfect union, listen to me, in order to form a more perfect union and establish peace and tranquility and balance and on and on and on. Read your Constitution. Do you have a copy of your Constitution? Do you have a copy of your Declaration of Independence? Put it on your wall in your office. Make sure it's on the wall at school, where you go to school. Teach people to love that Constitution, to obey that Constitution. Teach people to live by that Constitution. I don't think we're going to turn this country around. I do think that we have a chance to grow, if you will. I think we have a chance to bring some folks together of like mind to be able to develop some plans and programs and projects that will make somewhat of a difference in this country. But it's going to happen fast, and it's going to have to really be powerful. We're going to have to be cohesive. We're going to have to find common ground, and we're going to have to develop a focus with goals and objectives in order to make it work. We cannot be divided and make this thing work. A house divided will fall. A school divided will fall. A country divided will fall. A corporation divided will fall. We're too divided, folks. We're too divided. We're too far apart from each other in our philosophies. We're too divided in our economic situations, the haves and the have-nots. We're too divided in our religion, our dogmas, our creeds, and our experiences. We're at war with each other, and we're at war with ourselves. This may be something to do cosmological, astrological, I don't know. It may have something to do with astrology. It may have something to do with religion. It may have something to do with the New World Order, with the apocalypse, with the Antichrist. I don't know. That's for you to figure out. That's for you to think about. And no matter what answer you come up with, you've still got to look at other people and respect other people's opinions as to why these things may be happening. But why is not so much important as how can we take all the good out of all the bad that's happening right now. How can we find some good in all of this and survive through this? Because we're not going to be able to change it. We're not going to be able to overthrow this government. We're not going to be able to overthrow this country, this world. We're not going to be able to band together with the New Age movement and all become New Age. We're not going to be able to band together with the Christians and become Christians, or the Muslims and become an all-Muslim world. We're going to still continue to have to get along and be in our diversity, in our division, in our differences of opinion. We're still going to have to be able to work within those boundaries, within those perimeters, if you will, in order to find some consensus. If we can pull consensus out of that, we're going to have to be able to learn to do that, which is a very difficult thing to do. It's a lot better and easier for me to get along with you if I agree with you and you agree with me, on everything that it is for us to come together in total disagreement and still be able to sit down and have tea and have a Dr. Pepper and have coffee and be able to come out of that meeting with a positive approach to life. Be able to develop some projects and programs and events together that are going to make a difference in our lives, and we can still be diverse, we can still be different, we can still call our own shots and be responsible for our own lives and have our own creeds and dogmas and religions, etc., and education and money and differences in opinion. But still there's consensus. Still there's consensus, and still there's some type of agreement that, hey, we're all in this thing together. We've all got our feet in the same ocean. We may be up on the bank with our hands in different regions, geographical regions and areas, but we've all got our feet in the same water. You understand what I'm saying? We've all got our feet in the same water. And we need to realize that if we do not make these changes, if we do not learn to find common ground, if we do not learn to find some consensus and some agreement on specific issues that are very dangerous to us right now, that need to be changed, we're going to self-destruct. We're going to die. We're going to simply eliminate ourselves at the hand of ourselves. What do I have to do? Hit you guys over the head with a rubber hammer? A steel hammer to get you to understand this? We're way overpopulated right now in the world. Look at the world's population growth. It's phenomenal. It's unbelievable. It's incomprehensible, the amount of people that are exploding onto this planet. The United States, 300 billion plus. That's incomprehensible. It's hard to understand how many people that really is. Those people have to be fed, they have to be clothed, they have to be protected, they have to be secured, they have to have health care and education, they have to have all these other things that go on with life and living and survival. The states are broke. I've said it before, the Fed's broke, Medicare, Medicaid's broke, Social Security's broke. Our pension funds are being messed with. This massive private corporation we call the Fed, the Bilderbergs and the Rothschilds and the High Council, running the world, running the elections, taking over the Middle East. I know these things seem so far from you that you don't even want to go there, because it's difficult to talk about these things except from some conspiracy origin or some conspiracy platform, because nobody's ever proven beyond the shadow of a doubt how these conspiracies work, and we don't even know who's on the board of directors at the Fed. We just know that the large banks of the world, 7 of them, are on the board there at the Fed. Their names are on the board, and we don't know who the people are. We don't know where they reside. We don't know where they are. And this deal about the Vatican running the world, the Jesuits running the world, the High Council, the Illuminati, all of these things are important. They're very important. And I think they should be discussed more and more and more by intelligent people who really know what the hell they're talking about. I think I'm going to be bringing some people on to discuss these issues over the next few weeks to be able to get a really good idea of what the Illuminati really is. No one's ever been able to tell me what the Illuminati is exactly. They can talk around it, but they can't really put specific labels on it and give me people to point at as to he's Illuminati and he's Illuminati, or they are Illuminati, or this and it is Illuminati. What is the Illuminati? We need to delve deeper into that. Who's on the board there at the Fed? We need to delve deeper into that. How is the Vatican affecting the world today, and this new Pope thing that everybody's been talking about? What about Nibiru? What about the Earth tilting on its axis? What about all these astrological, cosmological things that are happening? How is that affecting all of us? You see, there's just too much. There's too much. There's just too much going on. I think we're so inundated with everything that we know nothing. We're so inundated with everything that we just don't care anymore. There's too much to figure out. Too many things to research. Too many things to study. Back in the day, when my dad was growing up, it was 4 channels on television, maybe 3, maybe 2, and you ate supper, you worked, you went to school, you sat out on the patio and had a couple of burgers, and that was it. You went over to see the relatives on the weekend, that was it. peaceful, nothing else to worry about. And then all of a sudden, here comes the bomb. You know, people started becoming psychologically ill from that moment. I was one of them. The minute the bomb came into perspective and understanding, bang, everybody started to become neurotic, psychotic, dysfunctional, stressed out, depression. The industrial age grew. The industrial age came into being. We started building factories. We started building trains and tracks all over the country. We started trading from one area to another. And then the computer comes along. One of the greatest advances of our time, in all time, the computer, connected the world together. We've been given this massive piece of technology, and we have no idea how to use it effectively to bring people together. Oh, sure, you have digital friends. I have 1,500, 1,600 digital friends, but only about 25 of them would pee in my ear if my brain was on fire. Did you hear that, folks? Many of you have digital friends, digital acquaintances, but would they come to your home and sit with you if you were sick? I doubt it. Would they loan you money if you needed it? I doubt it. Would they come build you a house if yours burned down? I doubt it. Would they let you come over to their house and take a shower and sleep overnight? I doubt it. Why don't you ask them? Why don't you start to question people about just how much they do love you? And they say, oh, I love you, I think you're wonderful, I think all of your stuff's wonderful on the internet. Say, well, can I come over tonight and spend the night and maybe a week? Can I bring the RV over and plug it in because my wife and I need electricity? Can I shoot the show from your house for a couple of weeks? Can y'all take care of us for a couple of weeks because we're taking care of the homeless and we're taking care of the elderly? Why don't you push people? Why don't you push people and ask them, how much of a friend are you? Where do we draw the line here on the internet, on friendship? What will you do for me as a friend? If you're just a digital friend, does that mean that you don't have to do anything for me except blow smoke up my butt and hit the like button and make a comment every now and then on a poetry piece that I did and say, oh, what a scribe, what a scribe, what a scribe. I'm so sick and tired of hearing what a scribe that I could slap people that say that. Now, I do have some wonderful people on my page that give me some really extensive comments. We're talking on out there, man. You know, and that's the kind of people I like that really get into this thing and really make some good comments on what we're saying here and what we're doing. So, you know, I'm back, folks. I'm back. We're back. Heather and I are back, and we're back to stay. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. I tell her all the time that if I was in jail, if I was in hell, or if I was in prison, or if I was in the hospital in intensive care, I wanted to hold a microphone in front of my mouth and let me stay on the air because somebody's got to do this. Somebody's got to do this, and somebody's going to do this, and it's going to be us. It's going to be us. We're going to be here along with these other fantastic hosts, these fantastic people in public radio and on the internet airwaves who have developed their own radio shows and stations. These are some phenomenally fantastic people, man. They're brave, they're courageous, they're smart, and they're hardworking. They may not all be that popular, but they need to be. They need to be. We need a dialogue. We need a dialogue. We need to communicate, folks. We need to come together, and we need to keep communicating. Not just talking, but communicating. So many of us talk every day. I'm sure you've had your share of talking. And I'm sure that you've got friends that you'd rather just shut up because they talk too much and they say absolutely nothing. Then you've got those friends that won't let you talk at all. They're just waiting for you to shut up so they can finish where they left off. This is not going to help the world a bit, folks. Choose your friends carefully. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. You know, I've got so many people out there on my Facebook page that would just rather not get involved in any of this. They just want to raise their kids and go to PTA, and they want to go camping, they want to go to the ocean, they want to go hiking, and I've come to the conclusion that that's okay. That's okay. Patricia, I'm talking to you especially. It's okay. But I encourage all of you advocates and wannabe advocates and activists and volunteers, I encourage all of you to come on out. Come on out with us. We need you. We need your encouragement. We need your experience. We need your skills. We need your commitment. This is a massive effort. This is a war. We're at war right now with ourselves. We're at war with the churches. The churches are at war with each other. We're at war with the Middle East. We're at war with Canada. We're at war with Germany. We're at war with China. We're at war with Chile. We're at war with Spain. We're at war with Iran. We're at war with everybody. Everybody's at war. This is a war of the worlds. It's a war of the mind. It's Orson Welles relived, resurrected. So, you know, get involved, folks. I'm not the most intelligent guy in the world, and I'm surely not the most experienced guy in the world, but I am committed. Probably need to be committed. No, I am committed to this cause, to this mission. I'm very, very in tune with my audience. I'm very in touch with my audience, and I want them to be in touch with me. My email is dkiler2010@aol.com or dkiler2010@gmail.com. I want to thank my kids for being great kids while I'm on the air tonight. I want to say hi to Jennifer and Eric. I want to say hi to Patricia. I want to say hi to Renetta, Lee, Donovan. I want to say hi to everybody. Hello, Pam. Hello, Andy. Cindy Silva. I always feel like I'm at the Junior Academy Awards or something when I'm doing this. But no, I want to say hi to everybody. Thank you for following us. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being there for us. Google KILER Davenport and go see what all we're doing. I've got 2 books out. Go buy those books on Destiny Publishing. Find me on Google. Email us. We'll let you know where they are. Go buy those books on lulu.com. It's the project of MIM, Modern Evolution of Minds. Buy the books. They're wonderful books. You can get them pretty cheap. I think they're 12 bucks. A lot of my dark poetry's on there and a lot of other things. So go out there, folks, and buy the books. Get involved in public radio. Get involved in this radio station. Send me some poems. Send me some articles. And stick with us. Stick with us. We have problems. We're up and down like everybody, like all of you. We have problems like all of you. So I'm going to leave you guys with a thought today. Be happy, but be involved. Be happy, but be involved. Stay involved. Become more involved in your communities, in your families, in your education system, in your healthcare system, in the global affairs that are taking place right now in the Middle East. Stay smart. Stay sharp. Stay on the cutting edge. Be ready to give an answer. Be ready to pace yourself, but to give an answer as to what's going on, and get involved in those groups locally in your community that are making a difference. So I'm going to get out of here. Great to be back with you live, audio, visual. Be back with you again tonight on Maiden Voyage Ministries. And a couple of notes here. Tune in to Donnie Gilson. Don's got some beautiful photographs he's been taking of this eclipse. He's got some other fantastic information going on and some great shows on astrological things, cosmological things, astrophysical things. Got some wonderful pics. He's a great photographer, man. Fantastic photographer, and just a hell of a good guy. I hope he's going to invite me back on the show. I love to do the show with him. I'm going to invite him over to do the show with me. I'm going to talk to him when I get off the air here in a minute. But stay local, buy local, be local, live local, and definitely eat organic as much as you can. Read the labels on all this stuff that Monsanto's taken over. Watch what your kids eat. Stay away from McDonald's. Stay away from Burger King. Stay away from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Stay away from all this grease and junk and toxic crap that they're putting in our foods. Do the best you can. I still drink Dr. Pepper. Believe in Dr. Pepper. Probably would love to have Dr. Pepper as a sponsor, but, you know, who knows? We probably won't. I still have my vices, but we all do. Do the best you can. Live the middle way. Find the middle way, as Buddha said, and do the best you can. And if you have a religion, follow it. If you have a belief system, follow it. If you have a creed, live it. If you have a dogma, stay away from me. But don't be a hypocrite. It is what it is. Be who you are. Be real. And just be good. But remember, love will not take us out of this. It's going to take good old-fashioned elbow grease to get us through this, and it's going to take people coming together, developing some kind of plans and programs that make sense, and it's also going to take us getting away from this two-party system. We're going to have to get away from this two-party system. I know that many of you couldn't be drug away with racehorses or with mules, but we're going to have to get away from this two-party thinking. And we're going to have to start thinking about issues and people and our future of our kids and our grandkids. Forget about Democratic, forget about Republican, it's not working. Forget about Tea Party, it's not working. Forget about liberal and conservative, it's not working. It's only creating more division. I don't know what the answer is. We'll talk about it on a future show about how to get through that. If we just completely abolish the Democratic system, the Republican system, if we abolish conservatism and liberalism and all these other isms, how would we function, how would we think, and what would we do? So until next time, this is KILER Davenport in the great Northwest, and I want to say I love you all, appreciate you tuning in, appreciate you supporting this network, and I'll be with you again tonight on one of our other shows, which we will post. Until then, may the light be with you all. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.